Everyone arriving in Hong Kong from mainland China is to be held in quarantine for 2 weeks. The move is designed to slow the spread of the novel coronavirus. Now, Chief Executive Carrie Lam says that the outbreak in the city is getting worse. Hong Kong has 21 confirmed cases, including 6 that were transmitted locally. Now, the quarantine comes into effect on Saturday, although exactly how it will be carried out, that hasn't yet been revealed.
呢個今日公布嘅進一步嘅措施咧係嚴厲嘅，因為大家都可以預計啦。從內地入境嘅人士，如果佢跨境之後需要接受強制檢疫14日，如果佢嚟香港唔係必要或者緊急，佢係唔會嚟香港嘅。
Hong Kong will also close 2 of its cruise ship terminals to help curb the outbreak. Now, the move comes as thousands of people are being kept on board a luxury cruise liner while they're tested for the coronavirus. About 3,600 people are being quarantined on the World Dream. That's operated by Genting Hong Kong. The tests have been ordered after 3 mainland Chinese who were on board last month were infected. Now, since then, more than 30 crew members have reported symptoms such as fever, cough or sore throat. Now, some have already been isolated as well. The ship had travelled from China to Vietnam in January, and over the weekend it departed Hong Kong for Taiwan, but was denied entry into Kaohsiung port after news of the mainland Chinese passengers with the virus became public. Roland Lim with this report.
Starting Saturday, fresh restrictions on all travellers from mainland China. That includes Hong Kong residents, Chinese nationals, as well as foreign passport holders. They'll all have to be quarantined for 14 days. Now, she's taking more stringent measures due to the 6 new cases reported, all locally transmitted. Now, that takes the total number in Hong Kong to 21 confirmed cases, with around a third of these patients actually believed to have been contracting the illness locally rather than Wuhan itself. There's also been 1 fatality. So Mrs. Lam wants to prevent a widespread community outbreak here. The Hong Kong government has been facing rising pressure as well to control the number of arrivals from China, with hospital staff here going on strike to demand a total border shutdown. Now, the authorities did close most of the land borders but kept the Shenzhen Bay port open, as well as the international airport and the Hong Kong-Macau-Zhuhai bridge.
I really make an appeal that staff of the hospital authority at this very critical juncture and very challenging times should continue to support the hospital authority as well as other healthcare professionals who are now working so hard in order to ensure the provision of services.
Officials from the Center for Health Protection boarded a cruise liner called the World Dream, I should say, at Kai Tak Terminal this morning to carry out checks on 1,800 passengers and around 1,800 crew members that are on board. The CHP were trying to trace people from a previous cruise on the vessel after 8 mainland Chinese were on board at that time, tested positive for the virus, but disembarked elsewhere. Now, so far the authorities say there's been no direct exposure from the 8 confirmed cases to be found on the crew members or the passengers on board, but samples have been collected and are still being tested, and authorities say that they haven't yet ruled out a quarantining of that vessel at Kai Tak Terminal pending the results.